welcome everybody. Thank you guys for coming. I think I introduced myself to everybody, but if not, my name is Megan. I am the Waukesha County 4-H Horse Project President for this year. It's my first year as president, but I've been involved with the board as secretary for the last 3 years. And in a couple of years before that, I grew up in the 4-H Horse Project in Door County. So been involved in it for a long time, but just getting established here as well. With my daughter Gwendolyn, who just walked in here. All right, so everybody, if you haven't yet gotten a copy of this is all of our mandatory package information here. We'll be going through that on the projector here, but then you'll have the one for reference there. This will go through all of our information, all of our events for the year, and all of our expectations, and especially what it means to be in good standing with the project, because there's a lot of benefits for becoming in good standing. All right, how many new members do we have this year? Okay, so at least 4 here. So welcome to everybody. I'm glad that you guys are joining us. We're working hopefully to try to make or grow the project and expand. And I would love any feedback throughout the year. If there's anything that you think maybe like, oh, I would love to see this, or I have questions about that, or how do I go about doing anything? Always feel free to please reach out to me. We have an email. It's waukesha.horse@gmail.com, or you can reply to any of my emails that I send out from my personal one too. All right. So first thing I want to talk about is the tax sale. We have a tax sale coming up in a week and a half. If you have not yet been to this, it is the largest tax sale out in Wisconsin outside of Midwest Horse Fair. We have our vendors this year filled up by end of December. We have never come close to filling up that quickly. So there's been a high demand for spaces and things. So our tax sale is where we have lots of vendors for new products, as well as people that are going to be selling their used stuff. Even if you are not in the horse project, if you're just in the horse list and you don't have access to working with a horse, needing specific tack or anything, there's going to be briar horses, there's going to be decor, there's going to be clothing, there's going to be pretty much anything you can think of. You can pick up horse related at this tax sale. So not just for the horse people. However, this is such a huge event, and we really, really will need some more assistance from our members to be able to get this to flow and go nicely. We have several of you guys that are already signed up on the list, but if you have not yet, I really ask that you step up and volunteer even just a couple hours to help out. We have lots of positions available. If you are a your help for money handling. So the money handling ones, you have to be a registered leader with the horse project. So that would be for the admission table or for the cashier. So if you are able to do that. Otherwise, all the kids were especially helpful for being our runners, being our tack haulers, food booth helpers, cleanup. And we also have the youth board runs a table where we have donated tack, and we have a lot of it this year, so that we sell, and then those proceeds then go to the youth board for furthering our program here. So if you have any additional tack that you're just like, oh, I could let this go, you can donate to the youth board. And we will need people to help run the youth board tables as well. And we will also be having a bake sale. So if you like to bake, and if you don't like to bake and you want to run to the grab some tray of cookies, we are looking for baked good donations in $1 prepackaged packet there. So if you bring stuff in there, just put it in a little baggie, sort it out, like 2 cookies or 1 cupcake or 1 brownie or whatever you think it would be like in a $1 increment. So would love to have as many people as we can bring in some stuff for the bake sale, as well as helping out with that. And the project days program, we've had some of our Sunday activities where the kids have been making horse treats to sell at our bake sale table. And we have another one, right? February. Sunday. Okay, so this weekend, this Sunday, we'll have one more time. So if you're up for joining in for that, that would be in Bake Bend, making horse treats to sell for the tax sale, as well as learning practicing some hippology, which is like horse knowledge trivia, learning about some horse health emergencies and some other things that they'll be going over on the project days there. And also for anybody that is watching this and on a recorded video, I'm going to be throwing in some keywords that in the little survey where we're filling out for this, that you'll be looking to make sure that everybody's actually watching. So first keyword is going to be cupcake. So that's just for the people watching the videos. All right. So first thing, we'll welcome you guys as our project members. So this packet is going to give you pretty much all the information that you're going to need to kind of navigate through the program for the year. I'm going to skim through some of it. I'm going to go into detail in some of it. But as a project, we are looking to not only have our kids just show their horses, but we want them to learn. We want them to expand their knowledge on the horses in general, and for health-wise and safety and riding as well and showing. But we want to provide an all-around experience, and we do that through our clinics. We do that through our educational newsletters that we send out each month, and as well as our shows. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail, but on getting our members in good standing. But those members that are in good standing will also be eligible to go to state level shows, as well as earning some year-end awards. Your local club project horse leader, if you have one, is going to be your first contact for questions or concerns. So if you have somebody that is your focus on the horse project in your particular club, that would be the first place to go for questions. Otherwise, you can email our group or the waukesha.horse@gmail.com. First, most important page in here is going to be your registration form. So this one will kind of give you a little bit of a checklist of everything that needs to be sent in. This is for horse project members as well as for horse list project members. So the horse list project members, you can just ignore the parts in there that are specific to the horses. So like the riding style and registering your horses. But this form, as well as all the other things that are listed on this form, we will need to be submitted, and they'll be mailed to me by May 1st. So with this form, we're going to need a photo of you with the horse that you're registering. We want to make sure that this horse is actually a horse that you are working with, not, I'm just going to borrow somebody's horses and show. So the whole point of the horse project is to make a connection with your horse, learn with your horse, work with your horse, then show off what you have learned while working with your horse. So we want a photo of you with each horse that you're registering, a copy of the current coggins for each horse. So if you're gonna, and we need this coggins to be able to cover all the events throughout the year. So we ask that you try to plan accordingly, make sure that you get your vet appointment scheduled early enough that you can get your results back in time to get that submitted for May 1st deadline. There's an awards wish list in here, and then some release forms and disclaimers and all of that. So all of those forms are going to be required to be sent in. If you are a horse list member, you mainly will need this form, and then your awards wish list and all the releases and disclaimers. We'll still need those signed even for the horse list horse members. We just won't need the photo of you with your horse, or the coggins, or the names of the horses you registered. So our project guidelines. I mentioned a couple of times that we look for our members in good standing. So what it means to be in good standing is members attend our mandatory meetings. So thank you guys all for braving the cold and coming out tonight. Or for those who couldn't make it tonight, to make prior arrangements to get their meeting made up online, and we will have an online form that we can have down there. So attendance at this meeting, and then formally registered with the Horse Project by March 1st. So most of you are registered online with the Horse Project. We have at least one new member in here tonight. So we just have to make sure that you are registered with the county and with the Horse Project by March 1st. We ask that each project member provide at least 4 service hours towards the project. So about 4 volunteer hours per pit. 2 hours can be counted at the tax sale. And then we ask that at least 2 hours at one of our shows, in which we have the dates of all our events listed in further in this packet. We just want to make sure that we get all of our events covered. So we'll let some at the tax sale, and if you're able to go to that, and the rest would be at the shows. We ask that each member attend 4 educational clinics throughout the year. We want the goal is to learn. We want to make sure that everybody is growing as a member throughout the year. So we will have quite a few opportunities throughout the year. I don't have a complete list of the clinics with me today, but we will get that sent out soon. So watch for that list to be coming out. Also, in addition, the member must attend at least one show, either as a participant or a volunteer. And and attendance at the man. Those of you who came tonight, this counts as one of your clinics. So then after that, it would just be 3. But so attending one of the shows, if you want to get year-end awards, then you'll need to show in at least one show. However, you don't need a horse to show on our shows, because we also have a hippology class at every one of our events, which is where you can test your knowledge of horse anatomy, horse care, horse cat, horse events. And the younger members have easier questions, and then the older you get, the more it builds on. But each event you can come and you can earn points towards our year-end awards by participating in hippology, or by bringing your horse if you have one and showing in our shows. And then next one would be submitting your registration packet. So that is this packet here. Submitting all of this paperwork by May 1st. We need that in order to be in good standing. And then if your club leader may also have additional criteria that they would ask you to meet or that you can consider in good standing. And what you get for being in good standing is being eligible for those year-end awards, which are some pretty awesome awards. Johanna, what'd you get this year? Oh, no. You got a belt buckle. Kendall, what'd you get? Okay, Gwen, what'd you get? All right. Anybody else in here that what did Annie get? She got book set. Book set. So we do have some pretty good prizes for any member that is in good standing. The other thing that you can do, okay, I just got one of the belt buckles right back there to kind of show you what you could earn. And then she's got a trophy in the back that was another one of the awards. So just being all these things, being in good standing, and then earning any points at any of the shows can make you eligible for those awards. And also, if you are going to be interested in attending any of the state shows, you must have all of these good standing things completed prior to applying for the show. So the first state show is going to be in June, but there's also some other like speaking and ecology and other educational ones that are before that. So we need to have good standing completed before you can register for those. So these are our statewide events. So Midwest Horse Fair, how many people here have been to Midwest Horse Fair? All right. Is there anybody here who has not been to Midwest Horse Fair? All right. So Midwest Horse Fair is a massive, massive event in Madison that there are educational clinics, there are breed demonstrations, there's a drill team competition, there's rodeos, there's vendors that sell anything you could think of, probably 1,000 vendors there, and lots of big name clinicians, and so you can learn just about anything you want to learn about there. So that is going to be the April 17th through the 19th at Midwest Horse Fair. The 4-H statewide project has a tax sale. So you could go and shop at the tax sale there, but they're also looking for volunteers too. And on our Facebook page today, there was a link for how to sign up for volunteering if you want to put in some time at helping out with the tax sale at Midwest Horse Fair. So, and then in May, where we have the state contest for speaking, demonstration, hippology, team problems, and as well as a model horse show. So those are our state shows. Those are in Green Bay. Entry deadline for that is April 1st. I know we won't be able to fully get all our good standing requirements in before that, but if you are interested in attending any of those things, we can work with you on making a plan for getting your good standing achieved by that. Then we have the state 4-H hunter and dressage show in clinics. So that's in June in Sheboygan. State 4-H Gymkhana, which is the speed events at Wisconsin State Fair Park. That's September 12th. And then the 4-H State Expo, which is the pleasure show at State Fair Park, September 18th through the 20th. So any member that is in good standing is eligible to go to these. There are some of these things that you don't need a horse to do. Like if you want to go and do speaking or demonstration or model horse show, any of that, obviously you don't need a horse to be able to do that. So that's open to any horse project or horseless member. And also even at State 4-H Expo, there are a lot of opportunities for any of our horseless members to go and participate in that. There is judging, a judging contest available, photography, and I believe, Angie, do you know what some of the other ones that they have over there? Okay. But there are some other things in the, I'll have that information available closer to the date. So it is things that are available for, uh, anybody horse or horse project or horseless project. Um, so for the state 4-H events, you must be in good standing prior to registration to be able to be eligible to go. Registration forms must be sent in through the county extension office and have all signatures required. Therefore, they are required to be submitted to us, to the Waukesha County 4-H Horse Association at least 2 weeks before the deadline. So I would be the one that would be collecting all of the paperwork. So typically for Expo and Gymkhana, we would collect those at the fair so that I could get the signatures on that and get those submitted. Please don't bring them directly to the county extension office because we need to have our signatures on there and know who's going. So make sure those get to us. I already mentioned you can sign up for things without a horse, the speaking demonstration as well as Expo. All right. A couple years ago, we started partnering with some of the local saddle clubs for our shows. So we have some shows that are going to be. Oh, we don't have all the shows on here. Okay, so we have pleasure shows through Menominee Falls Saddle Club, and those are located up in Sussex, as well as Fox River Saddle Club, and those will be located at West 20. There's also going to be 4 speed shows, I believe, that we are going to be offering for a speed division this year for our year-end awards. So I'll get those dates out to you as well. So we have May 30th in Menominee Falls, June 28th in West 20. Our Waukesha Fair at the fairgrounds here in Waukesha, August 16th at West 20, September 27th in Menominee Falls, and October 18th in Menominee. So all of those awards can go towards the pleasure show point totals for year-end awards, and then we'll also have some of the speed shows as well. You know, and I'm going to throw in another keyword as for eligible. So we're going to make sure that we have our members be eligible. You have to be signed up for the project. But in order to be able to count your points that you've earned at the shows, we need you to submit our points form, and those will be available at each of the shows. Or if you want to pre-fill the information on the top, you can use the one out of your packet or print them off on the website. I'll have all of these forms in fillable form on the website in the next couple days. So you should be able to type things in if you want to save some handwriting there and print them off and bring them ahead. However, these will need to be filled out at the show and get the signature of the show manager or the show secretary to be able to show, yes, these are the points that we earned, and everything is correct on here in order to be able to earn your points. And those forms, this is the bottom half of that form. So it says here, you can send completed points forms to Patty Sumner, who Patty's in the back of the room over there. You can either email them directly to her or mail them to her, but try to get these done within 30 days of the show date. However, if it's one of those late shows, October, September show, get them in that date. It's just so we can make sure that we get everything figured out for our year-end awards. So this is kind of the overview of what those forms look like. We're starting something new this year as well, and we are going to be having forms available at each of the clinics. We're going to we're going to leave it the responsibility of the members to let us know what all the clinics that they've attended, um, and uh, and then let us know something that they learned at it. These two will have available at all of our clinics, and then we'll require the clinic supervisor to be to sign the form just to show, yes, this person was there. Also, you must attend the entire clinic to be able to earn clinic credit. We did have some people that just kind of last like 15 minutes of the clinic, but skipped out on a good portion of the information that we shared. So in order to earn the clinic credit, we really expect you to make the effort to attend the entire clinic. If you're going to be a couple minutes late, that's one thing, but showing up, towards the end is a little different. And again, these forms will be available on the website, but we'll have them at all the clinics available for. All right. So our year-end awards, I kind of talked a little bit about being eligible for that. So each horse and rider combination should use one show number throughout the whole year. If you have a specific show number that you would like to use, please write it on the sign-in sheet so that we can make sure we keep a record of that, so that we're not assigning that to anybody else. If you get to show and somebody has used your number, you can obviously take it, if that was not available at the show, then we can make a note, but just make sure you write your show number that you've used for the rest of the shows on the form as well, so that we know that it is assigned to the right rider horse combination. So if you have more than one horse that you're showing, each one you have to assign a different number to, because your points are going to be separate for each horse that you show. Hippology counts towards your year-end award points. And then the rankings are going to be, they're split up into English division, Western division, horseless division, walk trots, if we have it. So depending on what the kind of what the division of members is, the awards will be divided accordingly. We ask that if you start at walk trot, you can stay in walk trot. However, if you move up to the canter classes during the year, just let us know, and then we'll make adjustments for that. However, if you've been doing canter classes and you move, and then start doing walk trot classes, how does that work? How would you address points for that?
So,
Yeah,
you can't get
the points for those walk trots. Right. So once you're in the canter classes, you have to stay at the canter classes. And then the points are based on how many horses are in the class. So the more horses in the class and the higher you place, the more points you'll be able to see. All right, our prize list. This is, we ask everybody to fill this out. We'd like it in with your packet at May 1st, if possible. But if you find something that you want later in the year, you can always let us know, and we can adjust this throughout the year as well. But we want to make sure, Patty wants to make sure that she's picking out the right prizes for your kids, something that they want. We don't want to get them something that you've already got or something that you have no interest in, or the wrong size, wrong color. So just to make sure that we're getting what you actually want for your year-end awards, we ask that you fill out this prize list. So lots of size information, style information, and then it also lists just some ideas of things that it'd be like, I don't know what to get, I don't know what I want. Just there's some ideas. A lot of the items end up personalized, either with like embroidery or the belt buckles are all personalized. So you can list in here just a couple items with out of the different price ranges. If you have something really specific that you want, I want this brand of this in this size, print off the Amazon page or wherever, the website page. Send that in so we know exactly what it is and we're getting the right product for you. So I'm going to throw in keyword 3 is buckle, which tends to be a pretty popular item for the people that are at the top of each division each year. All right, so our commitment, we kind of talked a little bit about the tax sale, but also at the shows. The dates of the shows are listed down there. And kind of talked about what we needed for volunteers for the tax sale. We will also have throughout the year, as the shows come up, we'll have sign up forms that we'll send out for signing up for the different roles at the different shows. Things could be like opening the gates, as the horses are, at the start or end of classes, or being a judge's assistant, or handing out ribbons, or working in the food booth. So there's lots of different opportunities for different people. The kid is encouraged to volunteer, but if they've been busy showing all day and they don't have time, parents can also volunteer for their child as well. We kind of cover that stuff. I did not put in there, I don't think, in the spreadsheet or in the slideshow, but we're also going to be doing this year a similar to the clinic form. We're going to be doing a volunteer form. So at each show, we will have a form out there. You write down what it is you did, who it was that helped with that, and for how long. And then those would be, you can just snap a picture of it, send it in, and then that way we're not having to try to chase down everybody gathering volunteer time at the end of the year. So, Equine Ambassador Program. Any of our members that are, ninth grade or above, are eligible to be or to apply to be our equine ambassador for the year. As the equine ambassador, would be expected to attend the 4-H or the Waukesha approved shows and the tax sale. As we have a sash for you to wear to represent. Also would be for Midwest Horse Fair or any other event. And you would be there representing the project, being available for anybody to answer any questions on just kind of showing that we have good people in the project that are willing to help out. So duties would be at the county fair. So you would have to do a short presentation on the stage, answer any questions from any of the members, but also from the public to try to promote the project and be just a good role model for the other members. There are other activities or places that we would expect you to help out at, but those are all listed in there. So if you are interested in becoming the next equine ambassador, the process would be to submit a written essay, complete a knowledge test, and then interview with a selection. So criteria, you must be in 9th grade or above in the current project year, be able to fulfill the duties that were listed on the form there, be a member current member of the program at least 1 year previously, and be in good standing with the project. So those applications are also due on May 1st. Those do not get sent in with this packet, but are sent directly to Sue, whose information is located on the bottom of the form. Also, if you see somebody that is exhibiting great sportsmanship, somebody that's helping people out, going above and beyond, and just being a highly good role model and setting some good examples and being helpful. We would love to recognize our members that are showing exemplary sportsmanship. So at our events, we will have their nomination form, but we also have we have a digital one on the website. So you can go through and enter that online. But we'd love to hear about our members and how they're helping out. And we then recognize our sportsmanship award winner at our year-end banquet. And they get a check that goes along with that as well. So just want to make that they are recognized. All right, Waukesha County Fair. So the Waukesha County Fair is open to 4-H members as well as other youth group members. So it is not a 4-H show. It is run by the fair. But you as 4-H members are eligible to sign up for a fair. The fair is one show that you have to sign up for well in advance. You can't just decide day of, oh, I'm going to go show at the fair. So that one, the registration is by, I believe, June 15th for that. But our check-in procedure for the fair, you can arrive on Wednesday or Thursday. And you don't necessarily have to keep your horse at the fair the entire time, although they encourage you to do so. But let's say you have a horse that does not stall well or does not do well with whatever environment there. Don't feel like you can't show at the fair just because you can't keep them at the hole. So horses can arrive between Wednesday or Thursday, but they must be there by 4 o'clock on Thursday. We have a mandatory meeting for all fair exhibitors Thursday at 6:30. All exhibitors are required to attend and parents are encouraged to attend. That's where we will go through all the rules of the fair and the expectations of fair and hand out the numbers and your show. But along with our horse show, which is on Friday of fair, there's also hippology that you can sign up for, and that runs on Thursday from 4 to 6. Then we have our exhibitor mandatory meeting at 6:30. Then we usually do like kind of a little get together, taco bar or something that all of our members are welcome to attend. Even if you're not showing at the fair, you can come and join us for our little get together right about 7 o'clock on Thursday at the fair. Our horse show is Friday. I believe that's got changed to 9 o'clock. I got to double check on that. Saturday we do a little parade of champions, and then we have a clinic at the fair as well. So for the members that are showing there, as well as for any of our other members, we will have our clinic there. Costume presentation. So anybody that is bringing a horse, welcome to plan a costume and show that off there. And then we'll do our extreme trail and fun show after that. So and then also, if you are a horseless member but you still want to participate in fair, there are lots of other horse activities that you can still sign up for at the fair. And besides just hippology, there is horse photography and horse craft items, and there's a big list of activities that you can do to enter in the fair besides just showing your horse. Sunday is going to be a drill team competition again this year, so if anybody wants to come and watch that or help out, I can use the help as well. So that one's a fun thing to come and watch. If you are planning on showing at the fair, you have to reserve your stall in advance. So along with the registration online, by June 15th, you also have to send in your stall reservation, and that actually has to be mailed or hand delivered to the fair by June 15th, because they will need a check for that. That check will be returned to you once you verify that your stall is completely cleaned and get that check. So that's just a kind of a placeholder for that. They also need a copy of your negative comments by June 15th as well. So also in this packet, then we have our disclaimer form, as well as a photo release form that just says that you approve for images to be used in any of our things. The only thing we would use this for, or any pictures for, might be for in our newsletters to show, hey, these are all the kids that attended this clinic, or these are the kids that attended this show. That just goes out to our members, or possibly on our Facebook page, which is a closed Facebook page only open to members. So it's not like we're going to be sending pictures of you out in the world too much. So then we have our youth code of conduct that we want make sure that each of your members reads through this and signs on this. So youth participants will treat all leaders, volunteers, judges with respect, courtesy and respect. We'll treat all other youth participants in a professional and courteous manner, and respect the decisions made by leadership at all times, and bullying will not be tolerated. We haven't had an issue with any of this, at least in the time that I've been involved in the project. But we just want to make sure that all kids are aware that they are expected to be held to a higher standard of behavior. So have them read through this, write their name, and sign on the bottom there. We also have adult code of conduct. So at any of our adults that are attending any of our 4-H activities, so we want our adults to be a positive role model for the youth and encourage showmanship or sportsmanship by showing respect and courtesy and just demonstrating positive support for all participants, leaders, volunteers, and judges at the program at all events. Not engage in any kind of unsportsmanlike conduct with participants, leaders, judges, adults, or parents. So like it says here, no booing, no taunting, no, yelling at the judges, no loud, complaining of that. So respect the judges and the show staff. And also unlike some of the other shows, there is no coaching from the rail at a 4-H show. So you can't be telling, as your kid's riding by, coaching them on how to fix their performance. This is to be showing, the kids are supposed to be showing off what they have already learned throughout the year. So once they get in there, they are showing that they are able to do, or showing off what they have already learned, rather than people telling them what to be doing at that time. We also want our parents to encourage that doing your best is more important than winning. This 4-H is about learning, as I mentioned before, and we're not always going to have our best class. We're not always going to have a good performance, but doing your best, even if it's not the top of the class, is still what's important. All right. Yep, so no bad mouthing the other leaders. Making sure that anybody else that you bring along with you also respects the code of conduct as well. But then also no alcohol consumption on the grounds at any of our 4-H events. So we ask just that the parents or guardians please read through this, sign and submit that as well. And then if there is a code of conduct that violation that you do witness at any event, we do have these will be available on the website that you can fill this out and then submit it to us, and we can get that taken care of. And a reminder, all of these will be on the website, all fillable PDFs, so you can type this out instead of having to write everything if you'd like to go that route. If any of you members are looking to help us out with Youth Board this year, we would love to get some more members on our Youth Board. Right now, let's see, Gwen, Wave, Kendall, Wave, Johanna, Wyatt, there you are. Wave, those were our Youth Board members for last year. So our Youth Board members help run the donation table and bake sale table at the tag sale. They design our annual project shirts. And we also look for input from our Youth Board in how we can better our project, and as well as running our extreme trail and fun fair, and coming up with all the ideas for our fair activities that besides the sanctioned show. So if anybody is interested in helping out with the Youth Board this year, also looks great on scholarship applications and that kind of thing too. So just let me know and we can get you connected with that. Every month, hopefully every month, got a little behind recently, but make sure that to check out our monthly newsletters that I'll send out. It'll have all the information, or most up-to-date information on any of our events, and explanation of what some of those are, as well as I've been adding a lot of educational things. Hippology practice is, and some other just course information to further your knowledge. If any of your youth are not on the mailing list and would like to get on the mailing list so that they can get any of this stuff directly, please write the email on the sign-in form back there and I'll get you added. Does anybody have any questions on anything? No, I didn't do my other keyword. So the last keyword I'll give you is newsletter. All right. Well, yes.
Sorry, I have one question.
No, great.
Well, maybe to put it.
Sure.
Do the project days count as things?
Some of the project days count as clinics, and usually we will note that as a project day clinic or project day activity when we promote those. So usually if it's something that they're going to be learning from, then those we count towards a clinic. If it's something that is a craft or other activity, and thing like that, that you usually just count those as activities. So like the night where she came and learned all the horse patterns,
Yes.
that one that counts as a clinic.
Okay. Were the forms?
Yeah, she filled out a form.
She did. Okay.
She filled out a form.
So if she attended the clinic, right, that counted as
Yep.
or project takes even.
Yes.
She would have learned.
Yeah. She was my test subject in filling out the form.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
There's a lot of documentation, right? And dates to remember. Are there any reminders? Hey, you might want to consider filling this out.
I send out. Yeah, we got our newsletters. Okay. Everything will be in there, and as well as when in those emails, I make sure I bullet point. Okay. This is the date here, and all this information.
Beautiful.
Here. This is what what's all in there. So yeah, all of that stuff will be emailed out at least once monthly. And I will be leading up to this stuff. There will be lots of reminders sent out. Yep.
It seems overwhelming, but I promise you're gonna get it. The first meeting we came to, I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
And everybody's so helpful and asks some questions and get a little buddy to kind of walk
Yeah.
you through things. Like
It-
Megan and Glenn like helped us through everything when we started, and now we can help others. So
Right. So if you are new into the project and you would like to kind of get matched up with somebody that can kind of help you walk you through the process, like Angie mentioned, they didn't know what they were doing when they first came in here, and she was messaging me a lot. You know, I was more than helpful, or more than helpful.
you were more than
More than happy to help. Them. So we we can always match you with another member that's been through it all and you know that knows all the steps that we can help get you through. All right. Yes, one more. Sure.
I noticed to this year, like that Wednesday night thing, right? Is the idea that the Sunday of the Washington versus Force meeting is just versus Force and then
No, so all of them, so we don't necessarily have anything specific for separated for horseless horse versus horse project.
right?
So everything is kind of available to both. I don't think we currently do not have any of the Wednesday night ones scheduled, but those are going to be more just the activity ones coming up.
Okay.
But any of them, you know, if we find one that's, you know, a topic that we can do in one of those that on the educational side at either the Wednesday night or the Sunday one, then we will, yeah, those will be coming as clinics. Angie, do you have a list of what ones that we have scheduled for right now?
Project dates?
For, yeah,
I don't have any Wednesday.
Yeah, right.
So coming up. So the project days that we talk about run through the Washington 4-H group, and it's at the what's it like Chrysler Bridge
in Big Bend.
So February 1st is a project night, but that would not count as a clinic. We're baking cookies for the like corpse cookies for the jack sale and doing certification on colic. And then March 1st is another project day. That one will be just hymology. Are we counting that one? I don't.
I believe the hymology one on March 1st will be counted as a clinic.
Counting that one as a clinic. It's from 2:45 to 4:30 at the time.
Yeah, and the sign up and all the information for those will be in the newsletters as well.
And April 12th, Project Day, again, same from Big Bend. I have a farrier coming, be some education on hoof care and farrier work. And then May, I just finally got situated. May 3rd is the project night, which we count as a clinic, and the farrier one, which counts as a clinic. It's a vet coming to talk about horse nutrition and question and answer session.
And then
And then May, so that's May 31st. May 31st, they'll be adding different locations, so we'll get that to you. That is that location.
Yeah. And we have a couple other clinics that we're working on getting finalized as well. So a couple more hands-on with the horses type of thing too. So yes, Pat.
Wasn't Midwest Horse
Yes.
Fair counted as a clinic if you go to a clinic or presentation there and do a write-up,
Yep.
just a short paragraph about what you learned and how it affects you and things like that, and then send that in.
Yes. So if you attend any of the clinic at Midwest Horse Fair, and send in the write-up, then that will count towards your clinic. However, only one clinic from Midwest Horse Fair would be count towards your clinic credit. Even if you attended 8 clinics and when you're super happy that you're being that ambitious and learning as much as you can, but it only counts towards 1 clinic credit for the project. Yeah, and we'll get a full list of the clinics sent out soon.
There's a horse workshop that's being offered at Rexer Nature Center on February 3rd for 5 days. There's a sign up online. I found it on Facebook and we're gonna include that as a
Yeah, yeah,
that's on horse nutrition.
of course, nutrition and pasture management, yeah. Yep. Great. Well, thank you guys all for coming. Appreciate it. If you have any other questions that you want to reach out to me for, always feel free. So, thank you guys.
Great.
Thank you for joining us.